everybody, what's going on? This is Jen coming at you on my downtime. Going through a rough time. I ended up having to break up with the guy that I was dating, and there are a couple of reasons for it. First off, I saw a couple of red flags and bad signs with him. He'll use words like derogatory words. You guys know them. I don't like repeating them because I don't like speaking that way. But he was saying things like, you know, faggot and N-word, and things like that. You know, really offended me. I mean, because it doesn't matter if he's talking about my demographic or not. What's offensive is offensive, and I didn't like it. Another thing is he wanted to rush things. You guys know what I mean. He wanted to rush things. I don't know, I mean, I kind of had a feeling, you know, just from meeting him that he's very, like, outgoing and all that stuff, which is great, you know, when it comes to being in music or being in business, which he's in music. That's great for that, but don't be perceptually impaired and treat every relationship the same way, because all of your relationships in your life are different. I may talk about that on another video, but he wanted to rush things, go all the way, that sort of deal. The way that he put it was, I have to try on the shoe before buying. Yeah, he treated me, you know, he looked at me like I was some sort of commodity that he was just shopping for, instead of a person, and that bothered me deeply. It also hurt me. I'll admit it, I'm a very sensitive person. I did start to cry when I was on the phone with him, finally, you know, just saying, listen, this isn't going to work. Told him, this is not going to work, because you want to rush things to where you want to get physical and I don't. And yet you don't want the responsibilities, basically, that come with being physical, like being in a relationship, which would have been too soon to do anyway. I told him I'm not ready for a relationship right now, we're just dating. And to me, being in a relationship is also sharing that sacred act, and I wasn't going to do that with him. So, him being pushy and rushing things really did bother me a great deal. Another thing is when I told him that it wasn't going to work out, and that I wasn't going to think that I wasn't thinking it was going to work out, while I was crying when I told him that, he had the nerve and the gall to say to me that he thinks that Wicca is devil worship. It's like, okay, that just confirmed it, thank you. Told him, listen, we don't even believe in a devil. How can we possibly worship a devil that we don't believe in? That's ridiculous. So, I mean, he was just putting me down all over the place just because I said to him it's not going to work. He was very angry. So, I was also talking with my friend Shayna, and she had been through some stuff in her time. Pretty sure if you go ahead to her channels and, you know, watch her channels, you'll know. You'll understand what she's been through. And I've been through my rough situations in my day, you know, in regards to relationships and even dating. And it's, you know, it's very tough. One thing I don't understand is why. You know, I mean, everybody talks about the law of attraction like everything that you think up here comes out here, which is true, but is there something that I'm doing to attract that kind of a person into my life without my acknowledgement, without knowing it? Is it like a subconscious thing? I'm trying to figure that out because I want to correct it. I want to be able to work through it so that I stop doing that, if that's me. All I know is that I have not dated anybody in 2 years. He's the first person that I've dated after spending that amount of time alone to heal emotionally. And that's what I end up running into. That part of it hurt me. the fact that, I spent all that time alone just to wash myself of all that negativity and that bitterness and feeling burnt, just to wash that away. That's like the first kind of thing that I run into. And, one of my friends, James Majomic, that I grew up with, knows about this. I told him everything. And he said, Jen, you're an entrepreneur. That's his way of telling me to be strong. It's like, Jen, you're an entrepreneur. You're going to run into challenges. You're going to face failure sometimes, but it is up to you to overcome it. And he's right about that. So, right now I'm just working on overcoming it, in general, not just the guy that I was dating that I mentioned before. I want to be able to work through some other stuff that I may not know is there, subconsciously. I want to be able to work through that if there's anything going on, so that I can stop attracting these sort of people to me. And the thing is that it doesn't matter, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what you do. You can attract anybody to you. They could be losers, they could be great people. You could be considered a winner at one point in your life and attract losers, or you could be a loser and then attract winners. That happens sometimes, unfortunately, and things get mixed up and messed up. So I think in regards to that, I need to look for signs, basically. Everything that I pointed out to you guys about this guy, I have to look for signs that really don't fit, the mold, that are really messed up, things that are unacceptable to me, things that might eventually end up becoming worse and hurting me in the future. I gotta learn how to look for the signs and just nip it in the bud right there, just like I did with this situation. I'll admit I am a little hurt over it. I woke up with a sick feeling in my stomach. I was like, wow, why did I let this happen to me? But I have to realize that I can't beat myself up over it. I can't, I can't predict who's going to come into my life and who's not. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm going to try to work through this. And I think I'll be okay. It's just, it's not easy getting back into that, the whole dating thing. I don't know. I know I'm going to take some time to myself. I know that for a fact. I'm not going to take another 2 years. I'm not going to, no. I don't know how long I'm going to take. I don't think it really matters. But I'm going to take some more time to myself. And see if I can work on, building up a healthy barrier so that I don't allow anything negative to come in. Anyway, this video is run on long enough. I just hope that everybody else out there is doing okay. And I may come up on here with other videos regarding relationships and things like that, maybe some advice that I could give you guys. You may see me, you may not see me as somebody who's the last person to give you advice because I'm not in a relationship, but I know how to avoid the mistakes. And I can certainly come up here on video and tell you how. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.